tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey. You a dog in this country. You're a dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you.
But anyways, when I was looking at this video, also made me think of well, because we had a comment or we had a email that came through, and this one basically got called coons. Okay. Well, not basically, we did get called coons. I'm gonna read it real quick. And you guys were really used to it's not, when people call us names, it's not a big deal. It's just interesting listening to it. Okay, yeah. So this person says. She says, I can't believe 2 black women don't understand that we don't hold power in this country. That's why we can't be racist. Only the ones who hold the majority of power can be racist. In this country, it's white people. You two are a couple of sellouts and coons. Her name was TT 1982. That's what
it's
it
always
says.
a girl named TT.
TT. TT.
You know what I mean? TT will always think of him.
Yeah, so anyways, TT says that black people can be racist. I'm going to play a couple clips real quick to show that black people absolutely can be racist. So TT, where is it at? I'm going to play some clips for you.
You tell me if white people can do this.
You tell me.
Are you going to play this one?
I'm going to play this one. I'm going to play 2 of them. I'm going to play a short one first.
Take them back to Europe with y'all. Yeah, me too. Gay ass here, Caribbean, African annoying. Fucking gay ass gorilla looking. Shut up, your ugly body. Nasty ass, mutating, permutating, corrugating, medialating, skin. Shut up, your body don't even last long enough. I'm gonna look younger than him by the time he's my age. I don't care about them ugly ass kids in your race. Shut up. Plastic ass body. Little debilitated, enervated, emasculated, feeble, incapacitated, indisposed, emaciating, attenuating, tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey. You a dog in this country. You're a dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you. What you doing? What? The traffic cop. What? I'm Black American. I'm getting arrested at 10. Monkey. Shut up. You don't care about police. I'm a Black American. You monkey. Get out of my country. You're a monkey. Get out of my country. Okay, monkey. You piece of
Touch me again, I'll slap you. You're an idiot.
No, you're the idiot.
That's why you're not married, you idiot. No one will stand your stupid ass. Are you married? Are you married? Are you sure? Are you sure? She's not cheating on you or anything. Are you sure?
No, because she's a really nice Yoruba
I'm pretty sure she's nice. She's Yoruba. Really nice she's Nigerian, so she's my trust me. She's using your money.
No, I don't think.
Trust me, she doesn't love you. I'm Nigerian.
No, I know what you're like, but I don't.
You're an idiot. Touch me again, I'll slap you.
I don't want to touch you.
Your wife is where I'm from, so I know you know her attitude. So you know that we have the same attitude. So touch me again, and I will slap you the same way your wife beats you at home. You
chair, so that I have to get dirt on my trousers. So now you know what it's like.
You're laughing because you can't do shit. You know you can't do shit. Listen, my feet is literally by your balls. I'm literally grabbing you by your balls.
No, you're not.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
No, you're not.
You're an idiot. What the f? You're actually an idiot.
Look a complete
You're actually
fool.
an idiot. Do
You're
you know
making
that?
yourself look a complete fool.
This is
Just
fun.
because you can't respect other people's property. Take your shoes off my feet. Okay, that's fine.
So I get on the train and this white idiot is just
Oh, it's racist as well now.
An idiot.
Oh, there's racism. I love it.
Now let's just say, let's flip all that. It's a white person talking to a black person. What are we calling that? We're calling that racist. That's what we're calling that.
Because again, this is stunning, right? It really is.
Agree or disagree with the following statement. It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
Wow. Wow. Not only did she say it's not okay to be white, she said it's terrible to be white. Again, just imagine white man, straight white man. Gotta be more specific here, right? You gotta get to the least victimized person possible in society, okay, according to the wokes. If a straight white man said that not only is it not okay to be black, it's terrible to be black, what do you think the reaction would be? What do you think the reaction would be? And you know the saddest part about this, guys? The saddest part is that they're probably white liberals, white progressives, and he could probably find them on the street pretty easily, that think that it's not okay to be white, right? Again, we're living in cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world here.
No.
What should white people do about that?
There's nothing
Like,
much y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Ignorance in this is just, it's loud.
And
It's
TT
so
is
loud.
like this.
Yeah.
TT's one of those people
yeah.
who think it's okay to spew bad things about people, but when it comes back to her, like that lady we were watching that was on the train with the white man.
Yes.
What happened was she started an argument with the white
Yep.
man, and then she met a white man who wasn't afraid of her.
Right.
And so this is what, unfortunately, white people have to do. You can't keep backing down,
You can't.
because then you find yourself in the situation with the first couple and their child.
Yep.
Where a person can talk to you like that, and then you don't say anything,
Right.
and you just allow this to go on and on and on. You know what I mean? And then you end up like this woman.
Yep.
These two women, just ignorant,
Entitled.
sitting there eating, looking a mess.
Looking a mess.
And this white man's talking to them normal, and they're deciding to be rude.
They're
and
deciding to be
mean.
racist.
You know what I mean? And then I don't think this, I mean, you know what I mean? To me, this is what happens when you coddle a race of people and make them believe
Yep.
that they have the right, because of slavery or Jim Crow, they have the right to treat other people.
Right.
Because I can tell you, these black women, it's not just this white man. These
Oh, no.
black women act like this to other black people.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
That is
These-
the truth.
yeah.
I can tell just by their attitude and demeanor.
Yep.
They're this rude to people that look just like them.
Do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Try not to be white.
Wow.
Just, that's all you could do at this point.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Mm-mm. Nah.
How about black?
Definitely that. That's it. That's it. It's all you could be. It's the coolest
Wow.
thing to be. I mean, you really, after that, you talking bottom of the barrel, really. Asian, that's probably worse than being white, ain't
A
it?
lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're
Asian is almost worse than being white. Wow. Wow. Again, could you imagine anybody else getting away with spewing this type of rhetoric? It's like, wow. It really is. It's mind-boggling. It really is.
saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No. No.
Y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got
Who
too much
want to be
leeway.
white? That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much.
Again, this is where woke indoctrination comes from. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. As a race of people, white people have done too much. Therefore, I don't like whites, right? I'm racist towards whites, and I don't think it's okay to be white. Where would she get that from? Because I'm pretty sure it's her in her own personal experience. Okay, she says, y'all have done too much as a race of people, which means that she's thinking about whatever she knows that she's been woke indoctrinated with.
I would
as a
rather
people?
Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much
that-
good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
The majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really. Yeah.
Should we be judging people based on the content of their character and
Yes.
not the color of their skin?
No, you need the color of skin is very important.
By the way, do you agree with her?
Yes, she does. I have a black son. I don't want my son come home with no white woman.
Wow. Again, imagine a white man saying, I don't want no Negro dating my daughter. Oh, it's a full-blown racist. That's not okay. You're not okay with your son or daughter dating interracially? You a racist. Now, I don't want people to get it twisted. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be allowed to say this. She should be allowed to say this, right? She should be allowed to have this opinion if she wants this opinion. But if she's allowed to have this opinion, then everybody's allowed to have this opinion, right? That's my stance on it. If people really feel this way and, you know, they're going to say it, then, hey, if it's okay for her to say it and not have her life ruined, why is it okay to ruin somebody else's life if they say
So this is why I've said in the past that I'm okay with the KKK saying what they have to say. People should be able to say what they want to say in a free country with freedom of speech. You should be able to say, it doesn't mean you have to listen to it, agree with it, or anything like that, but you should be able to say what you want to say. I don't care that she's saying this. What I care about is you saying that it's wrong for the KKK to say what they're saying and saying that this isn't
okay.
identical just because somehow we're only 13% of the population and white people are the majority. The truth is that this is the same. This is what we call black privilege. We talk about white privilege all the time and calling people Karens. This is Karens. These are black privilege. This is what black people can do. The white people cannot do, because if they do it, they lose their job, they lose their platform, they do everything like that.
And by the way, there's a lot of black Karens out there and Kevins. She feels she's allowed to say this.
She feels superior.
She feels that she's allowed to say this.
This guy, she's talking to what she calls the power structure in his face. And both of these black women are saying that they don't, that they think that they think that white people are bad. In a country that was racist, you couldn't get away with that.
The oppression conversation comes around, so they feel very comfortable saying this, and it's racist.
This is discouraging.
It's like racist.
It's also just very ignorant, and I get tired of just ignorance.
If a black woman can openly say this, I'm pro free speech. Okay, I might not agree with her speech, but I'm pro her right to say it. A white person should be able to say it and not face any consequences like this person won't face any consequences. Right,
But Scott Adams did.
Yeah.
But Scott Adams did. He said it and being treated differently than this woman will be treated, or people like her.
But what they're going to do is look at her. She talks like she comes from the hood. You know what I mean? Her and her friends, they're eating and talk. They can't even stop eating for a second to give a conversation to the man. And they're going to look at them as underprivileged.
And they're going to feel sorry for them.
They're going to look at him as a guy who's
privileged. White privilege. They'll say white privilege for him.
And I can tell you that if a black child comes from a 2-parent home, they turn out just like this white guy.
At all. He know better.
He know
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
How old's your son?
21.
And he's not allowed to date.
He could date who he want, but they can't come in my house, and I'm not gonna have no parts of it. I don't want no mixed babies. I want a black baby grandchild. That's what I want.
53% of black Americans said yes to that poll. Does that surprise you or no?
No. Black people are really racist.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not okay to be racist,
It is okay to be racist.
but white people have made it where it's so easy to be racist. White people has put that foundation down, and it's just normal.
This critical race theory right here. This your brain on CRT.
Are you scared of me?
You just gotta get better as a whole.
They can't do that. It's too late. There's nothing that can help them. It's too far gone at this point.
Just a side note, her eating while sitting here talking to someone just tells me exactly who this person is.
Yeah, she's one of those black people that think, white people, like they said, white people have done too much. I'm like, you also don't understand that black people, Africans actually sold us to the white man. We were actually slaves to our own people before we were slaves to the white man and the Arabs. So,
and we're going to keep saying that real fact.
Because that is the truth. And we have to, and she also doesn't understand that the first slave owner that made slavery lifelong was a black man in America.
Anthony Johnson.
Look it up. It's very easy. And, so when people like this, these are people who have been indoctrinated to think that slavery was unique to America. And not unique to the world.
Really.
It was more of the rule, not the exception in our lifetime. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also that white people in the West were the first people to outlaw slavery.
These are facts.
Right now, slavery still continues. We have more slaves now than we did back in before 1865. We have more slavery now. In other countries, black and brown countries, are enslaving people and are also the slaves.
So these are real. These are facts that no one ever wants to talk about. People like this especially, and they don't even know about. Really, that she probably doesn't even know her real history. See, I think that's another thing, is that people like this always talk a lot and say a lot of crap and stuff, but they don't even really know their history. If you were to quiz her on just the basics of slavery, the history of slavery, she wouldn't know what she would quote Roots, and that was a lie. He plagiarized a lot of that. I think he actually went to court for it. He actually, so
he lied about
was it Alex Haley?
He actually stole from someone
Alex
else's
Haley.
book. And that's why he was ushered into court, because he took someone else's book he actually plagiarized,
right,
and he put it in his book. But you know, people like this are not knowledgeable. You know, again, I say read Booker T. Washington's Up from Slavery. You will learn a lot about what it meant to be a slave, and going into Reconstruction, and then to the Jim Crow era, and what a black person had to go through, and the black feeling about it.
And you also understand about black people not feeling oppressed even at that time.
And understanding that black people actually rose economically quicker than any other race. And you know, in our country. So the thing is, it's like a lot of those Jim Crow laws were falling off. I think, like Greg was saying, I think when you push people to be together, you cause more harm. Denzel Washington said you can't legislate love.
Nope.
And you need to let people just live their life, and then they will come together organically. Just making people, forcing something usually causes more problem, and that's what's happening today. We're doing it again. We're forcing people to be in jobs that they're not required, that they don't have any business being in, just because they're black, or because they're a woman, or because they're gay, just so the company doesn't have to feel like a bigot.
So we know what kind of women we're dealing with here. And by the way, most people, again, I'm going to keep saying it, have not even experienced real racism.
No.
Most
especially
people today have not experienced real, true racism.
Hearing about it isn't the same as experiencing it, though. And let me tell you, I think segregation probably encouraged more black entrepreneurship than it does now, because everybody wants to go work for the white man. Instead of making their own businesses. Where in Jim Crow, because we were separated, we have no choice but to be doctors, have our own law firms, have our own busing system, right? You know what I mean? Have our own everything. You know what I mean? And so it encouraged us to build our own world. That's how you got Black Wall Street. You had the Harlem Renaissance. That's how you got those areas. It wasn't until what do you call it? The civil rights era. That those things where we had our own businesses, our families were intact, all of a sudden during the 60s and 70s started to go to crap.
Right.
And you have to ask yourself, was that on purpose?
So
so I just get more educated. Don't sit here and just be like rude TT or CC or whatever her name is.
TT, it's look, the fact that the fact that you say sellout or coons, we are really okay with the names as long as we are giving out real information. Okay, I don't mind the names. The names are not going to send us into, fetal position at night. That's not what it's going to do. But I've always also felt that when you resort to name calling, your argument no longer stands. You have no real thoughts anymore. As long as I am telling the truth, then you can call me anything you want to call me.
I'm sorry that you want to stay a victim and that makes you feel good. It's your safe space.
That's not our thing.
You want to be. That's just not my thing.
We just take accountability, responsibility for our own lives. We don't blame the white men for anything. And we don't do that.
You look right now at our southern border and you see all these black and brown people trying to swarm into past our border. To get in here. They're not trying to get here because we're being oppressed. They're trying to get here because they're being oppressed.
Right.
You don't see a lot of black people leaving America, but you sure as hell see a lot of black people and brown people trying to come into America. You spit on the people who really did in our country. Were victims, and all the hard work that they did to get us moving in the right direction, just so we can sit back and play victim for the rest of our lives. And act like we can't move forward unless we get reparations. We can't move forward unless the white liberals save us. We don't need to be saved. We don't need black leaders. No other race in this country has a leader. Just black America. We can't, we don't think we have our own agency. Like we can just have a husband and a wife, and the husband's the head of our family, and we all believe in God, and then we raise our children with those kind of values. No, we think we got to have an Al Sharpton, a Jesse Jackson, or else we just can't move forward. It is ridiculous, and it's just like it's those people. Don Lemon, who made sense one point, and then all of a sudden changed into this. You know what I mean? It's those people that I wish would sit down.
Right. Let us know what you think. Leave some comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.